Yo, what is up guys? It's a Phantom Armory coming to you guys with a brand new video of Lone Fire Blossom the deck, or Gigavise as other people call it. I finally completed it. It's a pretty awesome deck. I love this deck. It's my iteration of it. Yours might be different, but this build is pretty consistent for me, so yeah. Let's get right into it. So we're playing a Triple Blossom. Obviously one of the best cards in the deck. Kind of just sets up everything. And we play like tons of cards just to get to this card, because it's just that good. And then we're playing Spora, Bulb, Dandy, and Roselove. So these are the four cards our Lone Fire is probably going to go into, and of course Giga Plant. So these four kind of just like, you know, make the deck the deck. Roselover was a recent addition, but this card is very good because it can get the dead cards out of your hand. Like say you have Bulb in your hand and you have Lone Fire. And I don't know, some way to put this in the grave. It's often like you can just special summon the Bulb out and stuff like that. And there are combos like with Mathematician, how you can just make Mathematician a marauding captain with this card. So that's very good. Very good card. And then of course the rest are pretty self-explanatory. Dandy's awesome too. And then we're playing a 3 Giga Plant. So if you don't know what this guy does, or the focus of this deck, it's like to spam power tools using this guy and Supervise. Essentially you get like 3 off every game. But his effect is that he's a Gemini monster, and when he adds his effect, you can special summon 1 plant or insect type monster from your hand or your graveyard. Of course we don't play any insects, but like of course we do play plants. So the focus is just to special summon an insect, or no, sorry, a plant, and then synchro with it. Of course, we're not going to actually double summon it. We're going to use Supervise to give it its effect, and when Supervise leaves the field, it brings back a Gemini monster in your grave, so you can see how it starts to get a little bit spammy. Moving on to the non-plant monsters, we're playing 1 Mathematician. Sadly, this card was put to 1, so this deck took a hit, but still, it's still fine. We're playing double Spell Striker. Spell Striker. Yo guys, we're back. So anyways, I was explaining Spell Striker. So Spell Striker is a really good card because not only does it help you make like rank 4 or level 4 synchros, it also allows you to make Melee, which is a very important card in this deck. And often if you don't open Spell Striker, you're probably not going to make Melee, so it has a pretty significant effect on this deck. So this card's really good. We're playing 1 Jet Synchron because we're playing Excel in the extra so that it can like fluctuate levels to synchro better. But this card's really good too. Of course it sucks to draw, but it's like, it's whatever. We're playing a double Lapis. Lapis is a great card because we're playing Brilliant Fusion, obviously. And the reason this card is really good is because it's a level 3 Earth, so it kind of like, in a way, replaces the other 2 Mathematicians. Like, you know, now we have like these cards just to pose as Mathematicians, which makes Spell Striker even more alive, so that's why I feel like those cards are pretty good. And that's why I would play Lapis over any other card, any other, like, monster. Like, I wouldn't play Garnet in this deck, obviously, but the Lapis is the way to go, I think. I'm playing 1 Jet Synchron. Jet Synchron, oh, I already explained this card, never mind. We're playing Trick Clown and Valor for, the Instant Fusion, or the Brilliant Fusion targets. Of course, we really badly just want to make Seraph Knight. We don't really care about anything else. And sending Trick Clown is really good because then you can make Librarian easier, which is kind of just the focus of this deck now. Because it can spam the board, but making Librarian going first is absolutely absurd. And then Valor is, of course, if you draw into it, it's another negation. And I don't want to play 2 Trick Clown, so this guy's just infinitely better. Because if you drew the Trick Clown, like, obviously you can probably proc it if you're in the middle of a combo, so eventually it doesn't even matter. We're playing a triple Brilliant Fusion, really good. It's a really good card. It does a lot for this deck because of the second normal. If you open Brilliant Fusion, Lone Fire, and like, I think DDR, you have a huge combo, so that's really good. I'm playing double Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion's pretty good, but it's not that great. Like, it only gets you Norden, and Norden can't really make anything if you use this very late in your combo. However, if you use it very early, you can make Librarian, and that's really good. Playing a triple Supervise, also really good. Triple DDR. So we're playing these to get the 100% chance on the power tool. And we're also playing Symbol of Heritage because it's at 1. We can only play 1. So anyways, the reason we play these 7 is because we want Power Tool to always resolve. So like, even though we're probably never going to resolve all 3 DDRs, at most we can resolve 2, 1 for Spore, 1 for Jet, and then actually we could just resolve all 3 theoretically, but it's not quite it's not the easiest thing to do. First have to get 3, and then have to banish a Rose Lover 2, as well as the Jet Synchron, as well as a Spore effect. So, you know. But either way, these cards all are really good, and we just want to get them off Power Tool, which makes them also really good, because we can get 100% probabilities, and then as soon as we search the first one, we can go like these 3, and normally in that part of the combo, it doesn't even matter which one you get, so that's really good. And then we're playing a triple Super Solar Nutrient. So this card is really good. It does a lot of shit. Of course, you can like special summon stuff, and then yeah. Of course, like if you brick with some of your low guys, then you can Super Solar Nutrient and then make Lone Fire, and then Lone Fire is really good from there. So this card's really good. We're playing 2 Twin Twisters and 2 Chalices. So the focus behind this deck is like, if you make Librarian in your first turn, you're probably going to draw both of these along with Soul Charge, because you just have huge combos. Like if you have a decent hand in Librarian, like you pretty much just win. But the thing is with these cards, if you're going second against Cosmo, these are both really good, because for Dark Witch, which comes up, and then Twin Twister is for the Cosmojos and the Call of the Haunted. You'd rather have them like, if they chain the Call of the Haunted to get their deck straight, it doesn't even matter. You'd rather have it like now. Oh, excuse me. You'd rather have them like have it now rather than like in the middle of your combo and they just pop something. Like, it's just better to have like this later, or have this earlier. This deck does have a huge problem with Cosmo, but if they just summon Dark Lady, you can just Chalice it, like Twin Twister their stuff. And then also another plus side to this is if you go second, or if you go first, you will probably draw into these, and then from there you can use them to like stop your opponent's plays and make your board just stronger with that. And then we're playing 1 for 1, 1 Rhoda, and then 1 Soul Charge. Rhoda, of course, for Spell Striker, 1 for 1 for the any one of the level 1 dudes. They're all insanely important. And then Soul Charge is actually like an absolutely just nuts card in this deck, because it gives the deck a place of recovery. Well, like say your opponent like completely clears your board, and then like they Ignister stuff and they Dynastor stuff, you can Soul Charge your board back, because that deck can't deal that much damage anymore. But anyways, it's just either like when you draw this card, you either have to use it as a means of recovery, or you have to use it in your combo. And often it's just a means of recovery where like you'll draw this off the Librarian, and you've got like gone like 10 cards deep. You have like 6 cards in your hand, and you can go like really hard with this, but you also have to choose whether like it's better to use this or just better to stop and have your opponent like kind of blow up your board, and then you can Soul Charge it all back, do more plays with Librarians and stuff. So it depends like what the objective is, but this card is absolutely absurd, and it has a lot of skills intensity in this deck, because you need to know when to use it, and even I'm still learning this. I'm playing 1 Norden, 1 Seraph Knight. These are the only ones I play. Fusions. We're playing like 1 Seraph Knight for 3 Brilliant Fusions, because you're never going to resolve the second one. And then Norden, we're playing 1 Norden, of course, because he's at 1. Playing 1 Formula Synchron, 1 Photon Pulse. These guys are just kind of our Synchro tuners. We have one more, but like these are the important ones. I guess I'll show that one too. But anyways, these guys are just for cool plays. Formula, of course, because Dandy Token or Rose Lover and a level 1 tuner, or Dandy Token and level 1 tuner. So this comes up not as much, but it's of course really relevant when it does. Photon Pulse is because I need a level 4 synchro, and I felt like this one was like the best one because it helped you keep synchroing. We never use the effect, but I just use it as a level 4. Plus, you can do cool plays with it in Norden. I'm playing the Excel because 1, it sends Jet, so it puts another resource into the deck, and 2, it's when you can make Librarian and it doesn't help, it's better to make Excel, because Excel can just put you in such a great spot. So like in the combo sense. So like this card is really good too. So, and then of course Librarian, absolutely absurd card, the heart and soul of the deck, outside of maybe like Power Tool. But still, like, Librarian's absolutely absurd. This card is so insane. It does so much. It gives you so much draw power. I'm playing Charge Warrior because there's no better level 6 than this. And plus, you're probably going to synchro with it again. So, like, Red Wyvern isn't that relevant. And then, I was playing Horus for a while, but Horus really doesn't do anything unless you're going second. So this card can attack all your opponent's special summon monsters, which is really cool because it helps you OTK. So yeah, he's cool. And then we're playing 3 Power Tool. Power Tool is pretty good too. Of course, this card is absolutely insane. You know, there's one Ultra LT and 2 Ultras, or 2 commons, but it's whatever, you know. But these cards, you make 3 of them every game. It's absolutely the best card. You can't play less than 3. And of course, this card also, because the reason you make it so much is because Gigaplant is a level 6, and then you play just a shitload of level 1 tuners. So this card comes up a lot, and I like this card. So if we didn't have enough 7s already, we're playing Yazi and Baxia. So we're playing these guys because they extend your combo even further. If you bring back Norden, like, that's absolutely absurd. That's so good. And then, also the spin effect is quite relevant. You might want to spin your own cards or your opponent's cards. For example, you can spin your Seraph Knight back if you think you're going to use it again next turn. So that's really cool. Or you can, like, spin a Power Tool back and then reuse its effect. I played 1 Spark. Spark is really good too. I don't know if this would be Crystal Wing or not, or what is it called? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, because this card comes up a lot more, and whenever a card comes up in this deck, you kind of just have to play it. So, like, this card, like, of course you're going to make synchros with Power Tool and a level 1 tuner, but I only had room for 1 of these. So often you're going to go, like, Norden, Photon Pulse, Formula Synchron, Gigaplant, stuff like that. Where, like, you're just going to need this card over any other card. And I wanted this just as a defensive card. Going second, you side this out for Scrap Dragon, so you can pop cards. So, yeah. Then I played 1 Melier and then 1 Draco Sack. Melier, of course, because it extends combos, and Draco Sack for the same reason. You make this almost every game as well. People might be like, whoa, you only play, like, 3 level 7s. But, you know, this comes up so often. You don't have to make the token. Sometimes you just use it to pop a card. And then sometimes you use it to make tokens, and then synchro with the tokens to make a level 7. And then pop himself to pop a card, which is also really cool. But often you don't have enough room on your board to do that. And this card, also, the point of it is just to clear room on your board, so you can keep going. So yeah. Anyways, that's been the deck. Thank you all for watching. This is, like, my favorite deck of all time, so, you know, outside of, like, Yugioh. But, like, anyways, this deck's pretty cool. I really like it. And, yeah, see you guys next time. See you. Peace, brah.